Mabuhay, Kamustika, welcome. How are you? This is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. Believe the best of your Filipina. That's the topic today. How good are you at convincing your Filipina wife that you are going to be with her forever? Be her forever man. Subscribe to Love Beyond the Sea, where I can help you to see the value in a Filipina wife, how to be good to her, and how to have a successful marriage to her. I have been working through this myself for nearly 6 years now, and I'm always eager to share what I learn. I'd appreciate you sharing these videos to help other men discover love beyond the sea. Your comments are wanted too. I want to make marriage great again. It's a big task, and that includes yours, which is why this is Higher PhilWest Education. Now, how to communicate with your Filipino wife is a live stream I will link for you. And this topic is a viewer request. My wife needs to know that she doesn't have to be perfect for me. Close enough to perfect for me is another video I will link for you. I don't want her to dwell on her faults. I want her to major in positives. I want her to know I look forward to coming home to her, and that I want us to be together as much as possible. Like I always say, together is my favorite place to be. Your Filipina needs to know that you support her 100% and are there for her all the time, no matter what, for the rest of your life. She understands she isn't perfect and friction is going to be inevitable. She knows she will need her husband's forgiveness. You need it too. There has to be a confidence that the two of you are in it for the long haul, come what may. But this doesn't happen naturally. Of course, it takes effort. I have a lot of pet names for my amazing Isa. I call her my endless love to let her know I am fully into our relationship. I tell her we will be together in heaven, and my death will just cause a suspension in our relationship as we know it. In fact, I will link a video for you that I made about that, and I'll try to put these at the top of the description box. It'll be called Will I Know My Late Filipino Wife in Heaven? One way I can show her, and we can show each other, that we are in it for the long term is by how quickly we make up after an argument. If I sulk and try to drag it out or do something to make her feel bad, I am saying by that behavior that I would rather fight than make peace. Another way is by helping her family, myself. A good Filipina doesn't marry someone only to expect him to support her family because she doesn't want to burden him, but she does appreciate his help. Any way I can, I want to show her that I am in it for life. That's what husbands do. I want her to know I believe she is worth giving up my life for, and I am supposed to do that. I have talked about commitment with her, what it means to me. Some of you will disagree with me, but I've told her that there is nothing she can do that would make me give up on her, and that she will always have my forgiveness. Biblically, I am to forgive her always if I want to be forgiven. Some might think that is setting myself up for disaster, setting the stage for her to take advantage of me, then leave me. Yeah, women just can't wait to get away from a man that is trustworthy and forgiving, right? What I am trying to accomplish is for her to have confidence that when she screws up, our relationship is safe and my love for her unchanged. That's the way God loves me, and that's how I am to love my wife. Again, I don't say that to tempt her. I don't say that haphazardly. I say that to her so she can remember me telling her that I will never leave her, never forsake her, because that's the way God loves me. If you believe in a safety net for marriage, you will likely use it. So put your time and effort and energy into making it the best you can, and it's not going to be perfect regardless. This attitude paves the way for the topic of this video, which is about believing the best of your Filipina wife. Now, trust her. You have to trust her. Here I am referring to being supportive of her by showing some confidence and faith in her. When you bring a Filipina to your country, you probably don't know enough about her to have formed a lot of trust. We got married in only 54 days. Yes, trust is earned, but by the same token, she can't learn it, or earn it rather, without being in situations where she can show herself trustworthy. Allowing her to be in such situations shows her you are willing to trust her and give her the benefit of the doubt. For example, I had to trust my wife to be able to learn how to drive. She hadn't driven in the Philippines, so I bought her 12 weeks of lessons over there in the Philippines. After she immigrated here, I paid for 6 weeks of lecture and 6 weeks of driving with an instructor, in addition to going out to drive with her myself. Naturally, there were some moments early on where tensions were a little high, but that is to be expected. Today, my wife is an excellent driver. You can see for yourself in a video I will link called My Filipina's Drive to Succeed. I trusted her with decorating this basement we live in, which had been unoccupied and without furniture. She picked the paint, and we both had input in the furniture, although she is the one who decided how it all got laid out. Living room, bedroom, storage room, bathroom. She bought curtains, and I gave her my opinion about what kind not to buy. I didn't want to get in the way too much. I wanted her to build her nest the way she wanted to. I trust her with money, her checking account, her debit and credit card, as well as being able to wire money to the Philippines. She has to know those things, living almost 10,000 miles away. Since I handle the money as far as maintaining the balances and what I would call a spreadsheet of our expenses, where the money goes, I get to see everything that happens with us financially. I gave her the opportunity to have this job, but she wasn't interested. I'm sure she appreciated that I offered it to her because I showed I was willing to put some trust in her. But, initially on, when you're still learning what nickels, dimes, pennies, and quarters are, I can see where that would be a bit of an intimidating job. I need to trust her when she's at work, being exposed to potential threats from other men and even women telling her she is making a big mistake. I simply, there's that word again, simp, which I am not. You simply must trust her and show confidence in her. Unless you married a woman with no skills, talents, faculties, abilities, she is not going to appreciate you thinking that she can't get anything done. Also, you can believe the best in her by not giving up on her. Here I am referring to not making comments that can demoralize her, make her feel insignificant, like she's incompetent, or that you don't believe in her. And this would sound like, you are no good at this. I shouldn't have trusted you with. You haven't improved. You'll never be able to. We don't do it that way here. If you do, I will leave you, or that's too difficult for you. I wish you were more like, here in America your family is not my concern, and so on and so on. Any words that communicate to her that you don't see potential, that she isn't quite good enough, that you don't trust her, will be very difficult for you to make up down the road. You also won't be getting any either. My wife will be having her citizenship interview soon. I help her regularly to prepare for that. She's going back to school while continuing to work full-time. She is considering her future job opportunities. I always want to be there to support her. I will help her with schooling, support her any way I can, encourage her. That's a big one. Pray for her, celebrate successes. I must allow her to fail, so to speak, so that she can get the most out of life, not, just play it safe. She can't feel safe with me if I don't give her my full support. It's better to tell her you like her the way she is, that she doesn't have to be perfect. She doesn't have to be like someone else. You believe in her. You are her biggest fan, and you are proud of her. When we married, I told her that she was the apple of my eye, and I meant it. For better or worse, till death do us part, I am totally invested in my love beyond the sea.